Welcome back to Just Campers and welcome back to our crafter project. And today we're going to be starting doing the electrics, and we're going to do that weird awning that doesn't fit this van, but we're going to fit it anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's for later.
That is for later.
First, my favourite bit.
The electrics.
Wires and stuff.
Mark's speciality.
Yeah, I love all this. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got, Nick. I'll show you what we're going to put in.
What have we got on the table?
Wow, look at this little beauty. So this is our Sargent unit. It's an EC155. This power supply unit will run 12 volt and 240.
Nice. Yes, it's
all in one.
Yeah, it's an all-in-one thing, isn't
Super
it?
simple.
This is what we fitted to Ben and Anna's video as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Van as well.
And it works really well.
And I guess before we start, well, I'd say if you want a real in-depth video about electrics, visit our YouTube channel and have a look through, because there is already a video up. We did a video, a bit of a guide, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
So we'll still be going through it in this video, but if you want a proper in-depth of how electrics and campervan work, that's the best video to go and watch. And I'll leave a link in the description.
Perfect. But yeah, so this one comes with all the bits and goodies. Look, so we've got a wiring loom. This is our 12 volt loom. And this will go off to all your goodies such as lights, your fan, whatever else you've got going on, your water pump. And then this part is the 240 part. And this will obviously go off to sockets and our 240 inlet that we're going to be popping on the side of the van as well. And
obviously you have to buy that separately.
You
doesn't
do.
come in the kit.
No, it doesn't come in the kit.
All of this comes in one kit.
All comes with that one kit, yeah. We have this handy control panel. We've got a power on, and then we can switch between our leisure battery and our vehicle's battery as well, and see the level, which is really cool.
Perfect.
Yeah. Turn our water pump on and turn our light system on from here as well. So we could put the top lights on and then have them on a separate switch when you get into bed and turn them off.
So basically this is like a perfect, if you're starting out, this is a very good plug and play unit.
Yeah, and nice and easy, yeah, nice and easy. And you've got everything there. And of course, a full set of instructions should you need them.
Of course.
Which
you never need instructions, do you?
No, I don't bother reading them.
It's like Lego, you just start building it.
Crack on with it, yeah.
Maybe I should have looked at the instructions.
No, it's actually very easy to work out. It shows you on various different types of fridges that you can wire up with this. So it doesn't have to be necessarily just a 12 volt fridge.
But of course you'd want the JKF50.
Much easier.
Yeah.
Much easier to use and works really well with our 12 volt setup.
Exactly.
So it's our 12
volt. There you go.
And then these are our trips for our 240 as well, should there be a problem with the site electrics or what have you.
It's a very, very good unit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just all in one.
All in one. But again, it needs to be accessible. We need to be able to get to it.
Yeah.
So there's no point hiding it too deep in furniture or putting all your stuff from the beach over the top of it would be no good. So we need to find a good place for that. Also, a good place for our 240 in.
Yes.
I'm thinking already actually this side, Nick.
Yes.
Just because
somewhere over here.
Well, this is like our utility side. So we've got our water fill this side. We're probably going to have our waste water this side and our hookup this side.
I guess at least it's white as
white.
well.
Yeah, it'd be fine on the side of the van. And then around the other side is obviously our access to the van.
Yeah. So show me, where are you thinking?
I'm thinking for simplicity and ease, somewhere like that.
Yeah, bang there.
Yeah. Well, we don't want them. On Ben Nanna's, we actually hid it under their van.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They weren't hooking up to the mains very frequently. But if you're travelling to campsites all the time, the last thing you want to be doing is getting down on your hands and knees, especially if it's raining.
And a long drive as well.
And a long drive, and this weather. So you want something really easy, which would be into the side of the van. You pick it up and just hook it in. Yep, I think so. So I think there for that. And then we need to have a look on the inside, Nick, and work out the best place for our control unit.
So what's your thoughts, Mark? What's your thoughts?
Well, I know it's quite a large looking unit and you sort of can't hide it underneath your kitchen sink. And it needs to be accessible.
Yeah.
Our beds or our furniture are going to be, for the most part, taking up a lot of this room here. And then we're going to have storage underneath as well. And I think one of them's got a sliding drawer out. So it's a bit of a no-no, because I can imagine if this was stored down here underneath and you're trying to open and get to the fuses and see, it's going to be too awkward.
So you're thinking...
I think in practical use up here, I mean, how easy is that to get to? Say you've popped a fuse. Oh, it's a piece of cake.
What's it going to look like with all the wiring coming out of it?
Well, it'll look like this, but with a lot more wire.
Do you know what it'll look like? A jellyfish on the side of the... It'll look like you've got a wooden jellyfish.
It will, but I will hide the wiring as well. I won't leave that exposed.
Okay. As long as you're confident you can do that.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that's I think my only concern is the wiring.
Well, all our fittings, all the wiring fittings are underneath that.
Yeah, that's my point.
So this
there's quite a lot of them coming out. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what, Nick. I know you've got a few things to do.
Yes, I do.
I might leave this just for a tickety-boo.
Yeah, right, okay.
And crack on with the solar.
Yes, good idea.
I need to get the solar on the roof anyway.
We can both have a think about.
Let's have a little think. Put
going.
this on the back burner just for a little bit. Have a little think.
So we've actually done a fitting video on Ben and Anna's van on how to do solar. So if you want to go and see it done properly, and like Mark will guide you on how to do it, I'll put a link in the description below for that video. But I think for now, Mark's going to just whip the ones on the roof.
Yeah, we're going to get these popped on.
So we're doing the exact same, aren't we? It's 2 solars.
Exact same. 2 solars, 100 watt each.
Exactly the same.
Straight to the same controller that we used previously.
So
it's the same deal.
Yeah, so Mark's going to whip those on, and then I'll come back. And
hopefully we'll make a decision on this.
Looks, and yeah, we'll work out where this thing's going. So yeah, well, I'll catch you up in a bit.
See you in a bit. See you in a bit.
Right, well, let's see how Mark has been getting on with the solar. So, how's it been going?
Oh, Nick, well, we're good. I've got the 2 panels bonded to the roof, so they're in position. All I need to do now is drill a hole and get our wiring through inside the van.
Nice. Well, let me have a look.
Have a look. See
how it's going. Nice. So it's just easily bonded on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bonded on, much like you would bond a bit of glass to your side of your van, really.
Yeah.
Reason being is that it's easy to fix, and I've only bonded along the front, and I've left the back open. So if you get any moisture underneath the solar panels or any water, then it can get out the back, basically. Just trying to warm up. Yeah, good. So I've decided I would like our 240 inlet coming through in this area. So I'll pop a bit of tape on the glass, go the other side, I can see the tape through, another bit of tape on the other side, and then work out exactly where it's going to go. Right, let me pop a hole in. Yeah, pilot hole first. So somewhere like here. Now we've got the pilot hole, I will just double check inside just to make sure that I'm in the right vicinity, as I can move it slightly if need be. Oh, that's perfect. That'd be perfect.
Where is it?
Just there.
Oh yeah.
So that is going to be in that sort of area, which will be absolutely spot on. It's actually lower than my eyes, so I'm not going to worry about putting glasses on for this one. And just gently, again, I don't want to push too hard and distort the side of the van, but I want it firm enough that it doesn't jump out. There we go, look at that, perfect hole. And now that's the correct size to be able to get our jigsaw in. So now it's jigsaw time.
Perfect.
Which is glasses, safety equipment, and protect your ears because it's really noisy, and a pair of gloves. Again, I think full throttle.
Yeah, always full throttle.
Full throttle. I'll give it a bit of a clean up with the file. But what I did notice, how much quieter that is cutting with a bit of the old sound deadening.
Oh, of course.
Made a massive difference.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, felt good. Was less vibration and it was quieter.
So what you're saying is sound deaden the whole of your van,
yeah,
and then cut everything
and then
out.
cut it, yeah. Ooh, close.
A bit of filing.
Little file up. Yeah, I'd rather be too small than too big.
Yeah.
As you can't put it back in once you cut it out.
Very true.
So, yeah, a little file up and we get that to fit nice and snug, I think.
Perfect.
Are we ready? Ready?
Yep.
Oh,
nice.
Perfect. And I think that lines up quite nicely with the water as well.
Yeah, that's bang on, that.
Yeah, spot on. Good.
Right, so next is, do you need to put sealant on that, or?
Yeah, and I need to screw it in place as well. So we've got 4 screw holes. Da-da-da. It has got a foam backing, but we will put a bit of our magic sealer on there as well, I think, Nick.
Yeah?
Yeah, just a doubly bubbly. So all I've got left to do now is drill the 4 holes and pop some screws in and secure it. The only thing is, our 240 outlets don't actually come with their own screws. So I'm going to use some of these lovely little stainless steel fellas. So I'm going to whip the screws out. So that's our dry fit, as we call it in the trade. Make sure it lines up and it's everywhere we need it to be.
To be fair, it looks very good.
Yeah, spot on.
So for this, can you use any paint, or is there a specific paint you have to use?
Well, a Pacific or a specific?
Specific. There you go, specific, not the ocean.
Right, as long as it's a direct to metal, so we're not using a primer. This goes straight on bare metal. It's called direct to metal paint. You know, various different makes. I can't remember all the names, but as long as it says direct to metal paint, that's fine.
Sorted.
Or if you haven't got that, you can use a little bit of primer first and then a paint. Yeah, any metal paint. So just for a little bit of extra insurance or protection, make sure that we are sealed up. It has got like a real nice foam gasket on the back. But I'm just going to pop a little bit of the old JB clear silicone on it. JB Weld clear silicone.
That's an extra, well.
It's a really, really good room temperature vulcanizing silicone.
Sorry about the background noise, guys, because the rain is coming down pretty hard today.
Yeah, beautiful British
We had one day of blue sky and then it's back to being grey.
Yeah, sort of tempted us with a bit of spring.
And then it's back to just horrible rain.
Yeah. Right, pop in with our little bit of sealer. And now we can screw it in for good.
Nice.
Ta-da! That'll do nicely.
That actually looks very nice, very flush. Next thing to do is to put the Sargent unit in.
Yep, Sargent unit and get some wiring inside the van, I think.
Yeah, start wiring up this side of the van, basically. Get it going. Cool. And then I think after that, we'll have a break from part 1 of the electrics and then fit that awning, get that on.
Oh God, yeah, we've got to do that awning.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So we had a think, and we've come to the conclusion we have to put it up here. The Sargent unit, that is. That's the only place realistically that it's going to fit.
Yeah.
So we just have to design, or find out if we can get the guys that are doing the furniture to make a little box for us to go around it.
Yeah. Something like that. We're going to have to cover it up, but make it purposeful.
Purposeful?
Purposeful?
Aesthetically pleasing.
And useful. We need to be able to open the door and get to the fuses.
And accessible.
Yeah, and accessible.
And now, because of the way the bed's going in this particular build, this can't go under the garage or anything like that.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be too much of a pain under there.
Yeah, so up here is where it's going.
That's it.
And it's quite simply screwing it in, isn't it?
Well, I'm going to pop some holes in and screw it in place for the moment. I may have to make a better bracket for it to reside on permanently.
Yep.
You know, we haven't got the roof in yet either.
No, so we've got to make sure there's enough space at the top.
Yeah, so I think it's not going to harm it by putting a few screw holes in and actually getting this fixed so I can start running the wiring. The wiring actually unplugs from underneath, so worst ways I can always unscrew it off, unplug our wiring, and whether we make another panel for this to fit to more permanently, then maybe we will. But I think, positioning wise, we're fairly close to where it's going to be.
Honestly, I think it'll be all right. I think it's quite flat. It's not like sticking out loads, is it? So it'll be okay.
Okay, can you chuck us the drill then, please, Nick?
Yeah, sure. Awkwardly held.
Let go.
Sorry.
Good. We've got a little hole. Mark out our next one, and then what we can do is get some screws in there and get this fitted because it's not very heavy, but okay.
Nice.
Another hole this side.
But already, that isn't too bad, to be fair.
No, it's not too bad.
So what just happened, Mark?
I just dropped the screw and I lost it through that hole, believe it or not.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It dropped from up here directly into this hole on the left.
How would that happen? What are the chances? Maybe I'll do the lottery tonight.
It's not too bad, I don't think.
What, for a great big ugly unit?
Well,
no, it's not too bad.
It's smaller than it looks on camera, to be fair. It's not actually that. It's like what, a foot?
Oh, yeah.
About a foot, I'd say.
But by the time we've got something neat over the top of it,
yeah, it'll be a
service hatch to get to it, it'd be kind of cool, I think.
So the next bit is to get our first wiring in.
Yeah.
So from down here.
So we've got our 240 in, like so.
Ta-da.
And then we can wire up our wiring into here then. Okay, cool.
So is it fairly easy to link up?
Yeah, super easy. It's just like wiring a plug up at home.
Okay.
3 wires.
Nice.
A live, a neutral, and an earth, and that's it.
Nice and simple.
Nice and simple.
And those wires come with the Sargent unit as well, right?
Well, we've got... that's a good question.
So luckily, the Sargent unit comes with the wires that we need.
This is our 240 bundle. Look at that lot. Get that opened up. And the 12 volt bundle as well.
So which wire from that pack, do you need just that orange wire?
This is the orange wire, so this is our inlet wire from our plug up to our Sargent unit. It's just long enough, thankfully.
That's good.
If not, we could have extended it. It's just the same as wiring your plug at home. Got live brown, neutral blue, earth, yellow and green. And it's denoted on the plug socket quite easily. So it's just like a plug at home with your earth wire here. Our blues are our negative, obviously, our neutral line, sorry. And then our live line is the brown one on the left-hand side.
It's quite easy to tighten them up. You just use the screwdriver.
Yeah, just use a screwdriver and job's a good one.
Nice.
And then we can pop the cover back over. We need to make sure that our 240 inlet cable is away from sharp edges. Hence why I've put it in the corner here. And I will sort of fix it nicely with some P-clips. But this pops straight in our unit, under here, clippity clip. Ta-da!
Wow, that is literally just plug and play, isn't it? Really easy.
Yeah. And then I'll do something with the cable in to make sure it's routed nicely and away from sharp edges. I'm going to pop a little bit of tape on this so it doesn't fall down for the moment. We need to get the furniture in place, really, ideally. As I say, this is just a start, but something like that.
Nice. And if you want a really in-depth video on how this works, this unit, we have already got our video up, haven't we, on electrics and and you do cover that and you go through the different buttons and stuff. So
exactly.
I'll link that in the description below and I'll try and pop it on the screen as well. But yeah, that video is really handy so you can see what all these different things do and all the fuses and everything.
That's our 240 in. What we would do now is plug straight into the bottom of that unit.
It looked like a proper jellyfish.
Proper jellyfish, and these would run to our 240 standard sockets.
Okay.
So obviously, we need to work out where they're going to go. Our 12 volt supply to everything also plugs in underneath.
So they basically they all just slot in
plug
straight from the bottom.
Yeah, and then we'll run that 12 volt loom to wherever we need to around the van for our fan, our lights, our water pump for our plumbing.
Cool.
But I think next, what we need to do is get everything into the van once it's inside, and then we can work out where everything's going to go. So we haven't got any furniture in here yet, so I'm not 100% sure where things are going to go. Yep. But that's cool, we're in.
So next is hole in the roof?
Yeah, get the hole in the roof, get the solar in.
Yep.
That's everything pretty much from the outside fitted inside the van electrically. Then we just need to run some looms and hook it up and work out where places are going to go.
Sounds good to me.
I think.
Yeah.
Right, let's drill another hole.
Yeah. It's a good time to say that we have actually got a very good how-to video on solar panels.
We have.
Because for this project, I won't be able to be up there with you.
No, it's fine. I'm just drilling a couple of holes to be able to get the wiring through into the van.
Okay, yeah.
We've got a lovely, this is a waterproof gland socket that sits over the top. We bond that to the roof, and then I'll...
they just go through
yeah,
down
with the waterproof glands go through the top there. So it's quite straightforward and simple.
So you just need the hole,
and some
holes?
Yeah, and some decent glue. So I'd use the window bond that we've used to bond this onto the roof and make it watertight.
Okay. Well, crack on.
I'm going to. How's that look?
Well, I'm glad my head wasn't there.
Sorry?
I'm glad my head wasn't there. I think I may be dead.
Did it come through all right?
Yeah.
Ah, perfect. That's perfect. I thought I was going to go...
That's very good.
Yeah.
And you can run it down there now.
Exactly.
So, as the cables for the solar panel are quite short, we've had to get these solar...
These are extension cables.
Yeah, solar panel extension cables. There you go.
Cool. They're 5 metres, so that'll take us right into the van, and then we can decide where we're going to put our control box, probably under one of the seats. Yeah. So we've got plenty of length there.
And basically these plug into the bits at the top.
Yeah, they're a weatherproof plug.
And then this is perfect for when
just going through our hole.
Yeah.
And then we're going to seal the hole up, and then seal our... It's on the roof still. Seal our box that it goes through.
Cool.
With the sealable glands.
Right, so you finish upstairs.
Upstairs, yeah, that'll do. Upstairs.
You finish on the roof.
For the minute, I have, yeah.
Yes, for the minute. So do you want to walk through what you've gone through?
What we've done, we've put our extension leads onto our solar panels.
Yep.
And then place them through the waterproof gland that goes through the roof there. I've left that bond in. Once that's bonded, we can then put
I like the high secure tape that's put across it.
That'll hold it in place while it cures. And then we can screw the glands together and make the actual cables going through the glands waterproof.
Nice.
And then bond that cable basically in place on the roof.
Then that's basically, once that's bonded in, we can just run it through, can't we?
Yeah, that's all our electrics on the outside coming into the van then.
Perfect. So that's as far as we're going to go with the electrics for now, just because we've got to wait for a few things to arrive, like the furniture.
And also, just a little bit more planning. I want to make sure that those electrics are right, Nick, before we run everything and have to move everything. As you say, maybe some of the furniture turn up and we've got a bit more of an idea of exactly where things are going to go.
Yeah, we definitely need to do like a, what is it called, the diagram?
More planning, just more planning, Nick.
More planning.
You can't do enough planning. Things change slightly. Again, I'm not 100% sure which fan we're using yet. Blah, blah, blah.
Of course, yeah. There's a few things that may change, so we've got to make sure it's all 100% before we just put all this wiring in. And then go,
before we commit.
Yeah, exactly.
But next
is this awning.
Well, the awning, yeah. So it's not. It's not correct for the vehicle.
Yeah.
So the last one we did on the Crafter was a Crafter kit. So we bought an F80 awning and the correct brackets. And if you remember, we fitted that, no problem at all, because it was for that vehicle. This is an F45S. So instead of it lying down and coming out that way, it actually sits up that way. Now, there is a universal bracket and a universal awning rail. Is that the right term? Yeah.
Yeah, universal. Yeah, I guess universal awning rail. There
yes, with the universal brackets allows you to fit this awning. So
perfect.
That's what we're doing today. But the first thing I need to do is just eye it up on the vehicle and work out where we're going to drill holes. I don't want to drill them before I'm 100% sure, Nick.
We need to do a bit of a dry run just to make sure it's correct. Otherwise, that'll be a bit awkward.
Yeah, measure twice, cut once.
Exactly.
I don't want to start drilling holes before we're perfect. So if I can get you to give me a hand, we'll leg up the ladders.
Yes. So I'm going to put the camera down on this tripod, we'll put it up, and we will get on
have a look. With it. See where it's going to go. So the brackets I've fitted to the rail already, Nick, as you can see. So we've got one at the front, one at the centre. That rear one may go on the rear piece.
Okay.
Because we've got another section of this rail, but...
So this is the bit that's going to be joining onto...
The roof.
The roof, yeah.
Yeah, and then our awning's going to bolt to this, you see.
Oh, okay, yep.
And it sits and takes the weight on the rail, so obviously we need to make sure the rail's in the right place.
And Mark's already put some masking tape on so that we're not scratching the
We're not scratching the van, and also I can use it to mark the holes,
Yeah.
The plan is we're going to mark off, then we're going to drill, then we'll drill and bond our rail to the van.
Okay.
And then we'll bolt the brackets. So it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
so I've got a little 2.5mm drill bit. I'm going to drill it and bang in the middle of the mark that I've done, like so. Take my screw, just see if that should be a lovely tight fit. Oh, what it is, look at that, perfect. Okay, so that's the perfect size drill for the screws. So I'll drill a couple of more holes, and then we can screw the awning rail up, and I can drill the rest of the holes.
Nice.
Easy. The awning rail is only screwed on at the moment, just for our dry fit. It will be bonded, but what I wanted to make sure was that our brackets lined up. So we've got our front bracket and our rear bracket, and they need to be in line with each other. There's no point in them being too skewed out the way. Hence why we eyed it up before we screwed it on, Nick. Remember doing that?
Yes.
So all I need to do now is actually, I'll put the brackets in place where I think they should go. So we've got the two end ones, and then we've got the adjustable middle one. But I need to screw those onto the roof. They need to have a fixing onto the roof of the van. And that's done with a riv nut. So all we need to do now is literally mark those, drill through, take the brackets off, put our riv nuts on, and then we're ready to do a proper fit with the bonding.
And we got the awning down here just so we could sort of make
just
sure.
So we could eye it up so we had the right size, right length. As I say, I really wanted a front bracket and a rear bracket as close as possible to the end, either end of the awning, and then the adjustable middle one bang in the middle. So we've got good support throughout the whole awning because they're pretty heavy. Whee! Good, that's two nice holes done. I've just got those two to do. Then we'll take everything off and fit our riv nuts. We're going to fit the riv nuts with a bit of sealer as well, just to make sure they're watertight.
And if you're doing this at home, Mark, you need to get yourself a tool, do you?
You do need a riv nut tool, which is one of those. It looks like a pair of pliers, but all you do is wind your riv nut on the end, and when you squeeze it, it compresses the centre of the riv nut to hold it in place. Right, a bit of silicone on there, as you can see. and he pops in the hole. And then I'm just going to hold it steady and gently squeeze, like so, and that's our riv nut done. And then we just back him out. So back him out, I mean unwind the tool. And that leaves us with our riv nut fixed.
That is really easy, isn't it?
Wipe off the excess. Job is good. And so now we've got a fixing in the roof.
So what's next?
Next, I need to give this a good clean down, a good spirit wipe, where we're going to do the bonding and make sure that's nice and clean, as we're relying on that bond to hold that awning rail on, you see.
Yes.
So it's got to be...
That needs to be ultra strong, basically.
Ultra strong. So we've got to do all the preparation, which is ultra clean, and then bond it, really. That's it.
So we're applying it straight to the rail. I guess you've got to make sure you don't you fill over those holes.
No, it's true. Need to make sure that we get enough on the rail, but not too much so it oozes out everywhere.
There you go.
That's it. Well, let's crack on and get that bit on, and then we can put the short part of the rail on afterwards, Nick, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Put a little bit too much glue on, maybe.
Yeah, see,
maybe a little bit. I like a lot of glue.
You can see it sort of seeping through, but we can sort that out. That's fine. That can be sorted.
Yeah.
All part of the job.
Yep. Well, I'd rather have too much glue than not enough.
Exactly.
They're
all on. So I just had to adjust this one because it was going knock, knock, knock,
It's a bit wobbly, wasn't it?
So
well, we've adjusted that, Nick.
We've sorted that now, so that's rock solid. They're all rock solid. So we're just going to let it set now. So we'll come back in about an hour.
Yeah, I'm going to let that glue go off. I'm not going to touch it because it's just going to go everywhere.
Yeah, so I think we'll have some lunch, come back, and then we'll put the awning on.
Peel the glue off and put the awning on.
Nice. Well, what are you having for lunch today, Mark?
I've got a ham and cheese salad wrap.
Oh.
Pretty standard for me. I've done my pork pie.
Nice, I've got some chili chicken and rice.
Nice. Sounds good. Followed by a nice coffee.
Right, let's go and eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
So
Okay, so that's the middle one in.
Is mine in? I can't.
No, not quite. But that's fine. So if you keep hold of that there, don't force it down.
Okay.
Shall I take the wrapper off, Nick?
Oh yes, that'll be quite satisfying.
Let's do a bit of a reveal.
Satisfying thing to do.
Do you want to take it away? Yeah. It's like, I haven't got a bottle of champagne to smash on it yet, but we can rip off the white ribbon. Da, da, da.
Ta-da! There you go.
Lovely.
There's a nice black awning. But yes, in case we didn't mention, it is a Fiamma F45S or 45S, however you...
So all we need to do is put the little locking screws in underneath, Nick, and we're done.
Oh, just underneath?
Yeah. And it stops it moving out and jumping off of our brackets then, you see.
Right, so the awning is on now. Just to be able to put the screws in, we have to take we have to unwind it. So.
And then the security screws we drill through.
Yep.
And go right through the whole thing, I believe.
Yeah, so we might as well get the awning out, set it up properly, and then get on with it.
Should we have a look?
Yeah.
I'm a bit...
Your honours.
Give it a go.
You have the honours, Mark, to
Thank you.
Open it up for the first time.
Let's see.
Hopefully it doesn't fall off.
Oh, it's nice and easy to do. Look at that.
Huzzah, there you go.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
There we go.
Probably need to go up this end a bit.
Massive.
It is huge. Humongoid.
A tent.
It is a tent, yeah. Well, just think we could have a nice cup of tea out here, to have the little 360 grill on the go.
Yeah. I love a 360.
I love a 360
So
grill.
now basically because it's rolled out, then we don't have to worry about drilling through the material.
No, and then we can drill through without making a mess of the material. Yep.
I just can't, it's huge. It's actually low, because when you're in a T6 one,
yeah.
Because the T6 is obviously to here, most of the time you are sort of ducking.
Ducking out of the way.
Whereas this is just a...
Massive,
You just stand underneath it.
Yeah.
Right, so that is the awning fitted in, screws in, it's all finished.
Look how big it is. It's massive.
Absolutely massive.
Huge.
I mean, it was very heavy, but we managed to get it in, which is the main thing.
Yep.
Managed to get it in. It's secure.
So
we've tied it up properly. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we have tightened it up properly now. So you can fit an F45S to a crafter.
Yes, you just need to get the
universal
adaptive,
brackets.
Yeah, universal brackets. That's what it's called.
And obviously a nice big awning rail.
Yes. It's going to be very interesting to see what this is like outside, actually in a proper camping scenario.
Yeah, I think it looked really cool.
The electrics are done, awning's done. So yeah, that's part one of the electrics. We've still got a few things to do. We just have to wait for furniture to arrive and bits and bobs. But that is it. Thank you very much for watching.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Next time. See you later.